Hi. In this video, I'm explaining how to replace the tailgate switch on a Kia Nero 2018. I think this would probably work for other models, later models, at least until they came out with a plug-in version. Um, I was alone, so I didn't do a very good job in videotaping everything, but I compensate for that with narration and with comments on the video. I do suggest that before you start, you read the first comment to this video because there are a lot of details there, like the part number and tools that you need, stuff like that. There was no other video, at least I couldn't find any other video on YouTube that showed how to do it. So I guess this is the best that is available at this point, and I wish you success in replacing the switch. Enjoy. Just to be sure that we are speaking about the same thing, this is the switch that I replaced. You can see it now in its new version. It was broken before, so you see at least one person was successful. So the first step is to remove the trimming. I did not videotape the part because I didn't think about it. But in the comments, you will see a URL for a video on YouTube somebody else has done, taking off the trimming on a Kia Sorento, I think. And it's pretty much the same. And read the instructions, read the details in the comments, what is different. But basically, it's the same idea. The biggest difference, I think, relative to the video that I sent you to look at is this handhold at the bottom of the tailgate. And it was a little difficult to release it. There are two plastic tabs that you have to raise with a very thin driver. I'm not even sure when exactly I managed to get it released, but I played with it, raised the tabs a little here, a little there, and eventually they popped out. Once the trimming is removed, you will be able to peek into the tailgate and see the switch, which is kind of hiding behind another mechanism that is actually the door lock. Very hard to see. What you see in this video is, and I just took a video with the flashlight on, and you can see this back of the switch, and you can see that it is being held in place by these bright metal brackets, which you can't really do anything from the inside. So to take out the switch, you have to go from the outside, and this is what you'll see next. Before pulling the switch from the outside, you want to disconnect the wiring on the inside. I did not videotape that, sorry. What you see here is when I put everything back, so you see what I'm talking about. This is what you need to disconnect. You need to take a set of pliers and press a little bit on the tabs of this gray piece of plastic, and then it will release from the body. And then disconnecting the two wires, there is a connector there that is, it's easy to figure out. Just disconnect it before you pull the switch out from the outside. Now comes the scary and slightly violent part of the whole procedure. You need to apply quite a lot of force to pull out the switch. I hope I was doing it right. I mean, I couldn't figure out another way to do it. So you see I'm using this tool to exert pressure on the side. I actually used another one on the other side, but I needed two hands, one for the video and one for the tool. So you don't see that, but it's just applying enough force, and eventually the switch popped out. And you can see that I put some padding, trying not to hurt the paint, which was partly successful. When you look at the switch housing, which we've seen on the video before, from the inside, you can see those bright metal clamps which hold it in place. You'll notice that in the video I only have three, because one of them popped out and flew away when I popped out the switch, and I didn't find it in time. So now my car has only three clamps, but your car will have four, because now you know. Once the switch housing and the switch is out, If you look on the inside, you'll see that there are two screws which are holding the switch to the switch housing. Of course, you need to unscrew them and release the old switch and wiggle out the wire out of the switch housing. When you try to separate the switch from the switch housing, you will notice that the wire doesn't go through because the connector has the little gray piece of plastic that is attached to it, and they are too big to pass through. So you need to separate them with a little screwdriver and a little push. Uh, and once you do that, you can wiggle out the wire from the housing. From this point on, it's a reverse action to put everything back in place. There are a few little things to notice. One of them is that the position of the switch in the switch housing is not symmetric. So pay attention in which direction you put it, because otherwise the screws will not fit. The other thing is that, at least in my case, because I used a non-original part from Kaya, that the connector wouldn't pass through the housing, and I needed to take a knife and cut a little bit of the plastic to make it a little thinner, so I will be able to wiggle it through and get it to see, to pass correctly through the housing. So you may need to do the same thing. But other than that, it's pretty much just redoing the whole thing, including, doing the connector on the inside and clicking the plastic holder to so that the wiring is connected to the body, and then putting back the trimming, etc., etc. And that's it. Hope this helps.